Hi, you're watching Floyd Steinberg's YouTube channel. Today, let's take a look at how we can create expressive patches or sounds on any given synthesizer. In this video, for example, the Novation Peak. So, what does it mean by expressive sounds, I hear say? Glad you asked. Take this piano, for example. On piano, musical expressiveness mainly results from how hard or soft you hit the keys while playing. This is also known as velocity, because the harder you press down the key, the faster the hammer hits the string. Here are some notes first played with high velocity, and then with low velocity. Now, synthesizers often have this image of being machine-like and expressionless. But in fact, they offer you a lot more possibilities than other instruments to control the timbre and loudness and the general expressiveness of a sound. First, let's take a look at the controls. A lot of synths can use pedals, like volume pedal, sustain pedal, or an expression pedal. And of course, you've got those knobs for controlling many parameters of the sound, like filter cutoff frequency, portamento, filter resonance, and effects level directly while you're playing. But for the purpose of this video, let's take a look at what you can achieve just with a keyboard. Okay, as always, we're beginning with an initialized blank patch here on the Peak. This is a saw wave, sounds like this. Now, most synthesizers have a thing called a modulation matrix, which will allow you to adjust how your synthesizer reacts to certain things you do, for example, the velocity at which you play a note. So press the mod matrix button here, and now you're presented with this menu. There's a destination and an input. And what we want to do here is to adjust the volume of oscillator 1. So at the moment oscillator 1 is at full volume, but let's turn the volume down using this knob so we don't hear anything. And now we want to set the destination to oscillator 1 loudness. So just use this knob to scroll through this here. And here we have it, oscillator 1 level. And now press this button, and we want to adjust the depth of this rule to the maximum value. And we also want to change the source signal to velocity. So once again, press this button here to access this line, and now let's search for velocity. All right, now we've got this sound. I'm playing soft. And I'm playing hard, and somewhere in between. Alright, first step done. Okay, another behavior of a piano or any acoustic instrument is the louder you play it, the brighter the sound gets, because it will produce more overtones. And the synthesizer kind of works the other way around. You have a bright sound which is rich in overtones at the beginning, and you have to apply a filter to remove some of those frequencies. So let's turn that around. At the moment the filter here is a 24 decibel low pass filter, which means it takes away higher frequencies, and it's fully open, as you can see here. So we play this and we get a bright sound. Now let's turn this down gradually, all the way down, so we don't hear anything. So now the filter is fully closed, no sound can pass through. And what we want to do now is to go to the next page of our mod matrix here. And we want to repeat the same process again. So select velocity as a source of our modulation. And the destination should be the filter frequency. So let's scroll all the way down this list until we get to the filter frequency. And also now adjust the depth. And here we could go all the way to the maximum. And if we play harder notes now, the filter will be fully opened. But perhaps this is not what we want here, because this sounds too unnatural. So let's go a bit down here. For example, up to here. Let's also adjust the lowest filter cutoff frequency, because if you play very soft, you can't hear anything. And that's not what we want, so let's play soft and dial the filter a bit up. Now we need to adjust the depth again. Okay, now we've got a range between this. Step 2 accomplished. Okay, next step is to add some kind of transition to our filter and amplitude values, and of course we do that using envelopes. And yeah, first let's use a filter envelope. So what we want to do here is to adjust the envelope depth, which is pointing to modulation envelope 1. And yeah, let's increase the value here a little bit using this knob. Now we need to reduce the filter frequency once again. Okay, now we can adjust attack, decay, sustain, release values for the filter over here. So we want a low sustain value, a long release value, and a long decay. Let's do the same thing for the amp envelope. So let's have a fast attack, a long decay, some kind of sustain, and a quick release. So now okay, I'm going to just fine-tune this, and yeah, next step is to add LFOs. See you then. Okay, so now we've got this sound. And I'm going to add a little bit of LFO modulation to my filter here. It's just a tiny bit, so the sound doesn't sound too static to the human ear. Okay, so now we've got the velocity dialed in, and now the last step is to react to aftertouch. Aftertouch is when you hit the key and then press it. So we will open up a new modulation matrix page here, and once again we're going to choose a source for a modulation, and this is going to be aftertouch. So let's scroll till we get it. And now I want this to increase the loudness of the second oscillator here. So let's dial this all the way down so we don't hear it. And now the destination should be oscillator to loudness. So here we got it. And now, yeah, let's increase the level here. And now if we play this, we should hear the second oscillator coming in. All right, and now let's add some effects. A little bit of chorus, a little bit of delay, a little bit of reverb. Okay, Yeah, that's nice. So, going to do a little bit more fine-tuning and then short demo. Yeah, and that's it for today. I hope you found this interesting and entertaining, and if you did, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button. And as always, thanks for watching, and see you again very, very soon. Bye bye!